So once I already figured that out, there's no need for me to go no further because I am enough right here. Me justifying myself and knowing myself, knowing of oneself is enough. And that's why I stopped.
But that
I figured out I need to know oneself and know who I am and what
right.
I want and what's important and what I feel and what those things are to me in my life.
That is the number one ancient rule. Know thyself.
Right, so rest
right.
of that shit don't matter.
My point exactly. So, in order for people who follow the rest of that shit, I had to learn that shit to help you see what that is telling you. Because it's not telling you, the Bible is like it's like a billboard. And you don't go to the billboard and be like, McDonald's at next exit, but stop right there at the sign and stay there and look at it and be like, oh, McDonald's at the next exit. It's right there. Go to the shit. Decipher what the book is telling you to do and use that blueprint to help you get understanding, to help your soul grow, to help what we say God is in you, to help that fill your body up. So that way you're not operating off of your ego, you're operating off of what God's will is. God is like a hand. Imagine God being the center of the hand and all of us are fingers. We are extensions of God's personality. God is being expressed through you. He's being expressed through me. So God being in me allows me to decipher or interpret what it is that other people are saying that they're reading in the book. You're going back 2,000 years. Let's stay here and let's figure out what God is telling us now. The book is a guide. It's pointing in the direction. You know what I'm saying? But it's not the truth. You can't capture the truth. The truth is ever evolving and it's personal. So that's why when you say, hey, look, I'm good. I'm at where I'm at because I'm comfortable with this. I know I'm never gonna know all this shit. I'm not even trying to know all this shit. I know enough to know I'm good where I'm at. I'm not mad at nobody for that because you've reached your personal truth. You looked for it, you found it, you understand it, you're gonna utilize it, and this is what it is. And that's gonna work for you. Like, for instance, my grandma, she's in the hospital thinking Jesus is gonna help her. He's not gonna help because you haven't taken your medicine on time, you haven't done the stretches, you haven't done the exercises, you haven't done the therapy, you know what I'm saying? You have neglected to do the things that you have to do in order to get better. So whether or not Jesus is real or not, he ain't coming until you do your shit. You gotta do your part. They say faith without works is dead. So when you get to doing your part, that's when the spirit or God or whatever you call him, Jesus is gonna come through and increase what it is that you have. But the fact that she's not doing her part, ain't nothing finna move. That's the majority of people in life. They go to church on Sunday, they good for 2 or 3 more days. By Wednesday, they back to their old shit, disobeying, you know what I'm saying? Not following the spirit, not following the lead of God. And now you find yourself in a jam and now you wanna pray. And now you wanna get that forgiveness and you wanna get back to where you can get right. And now you crying and shit and you wanna go to church.
But you know what? I think about a time like before I left home and I went out here on my own and really started living life and meeting niggas cut from a different cloth. And you know, the same thing I believed before is still what I believe now, is that there were like so many times where bad shit, I guess it was like favor. And to me, people be like, okay, God has favor on me. God is looking out for me. God is helping me to do this and that and do that. Really, what that was to me is that helped me to live fearlessly. You know what I mean? That helped me to live like there ain't shit I can't do.
Right.
There ain't shit I can't accomplish. And that reinforced me, I guess subconsciously. You know what I mean? Because you get caught in the book, but really you're reinforcing yourself. So I feel what you're saying. But life has a funny way of helping you to understand and interpret things in a different way. Through experiencing, through going through shit, seeing shit happen, or whatever the case may be. But I think most people that read the Bible is that they believe, you know, I'm praying to God and God's going to, you know, I'm praying to up here and then God's going to send that back down to me. And I feel what you're saying is that you're praying to up here, but I don't need to look up there.
Ain't nothing up there.
You need to be praying to you. That's what that is. What you talking to up there, really, you talking to yourself.
Right.
Encouraging themselves to be fearless and to really live.
Right.
to live fearlessly, to be what it is they want to be, and to be what it is they need to be. But some people look at that through, I'm praying to get the strength to be able to be
I agree.
what it is that I feel like I can't be. Like I feel like I'm not enough to be. But I always felt like it's just God's just got favor for me because He knows I'm special. Or that there's something about me that God has a purpose for me, that I'm supposed to do something.
That's kind of the feeling that people who believe, that's how they feel. They feel as if
They got that money in the bank.
I'm good. No matter what I do, I'm good.
Yeah, God.
I'm still good. You see what I'm saying? And that's why the faith is so strong. And that's why no matter what a person goes through, even if it's my grandma, she can't even remember shit, bruh. She in the hospital because she can't remember. But she remembered to believe in God. So even if everything is gone and all I got is this, I got this safety deposit right here. It's just sitting there. I ain't cashed it yet. It's in there. I know it's there. I'm gonna use it when I need it, but right now I don't need it. Right now I'm still working off of me, off of self. And that's how most people operate, man. They operate off of self until it gets too hard, and now they gotta call on God. Let me call in my reinforcements. You know what I'm saying? But instead of living life with the reinforcements always on the front line, if it's always up there, if God is always being intercepted, or if I'm always trying to intercept my challenges and my difficulties with God first, then what am I worried about? You know what I'm saying? We are here because of thought. So the all is mine. God is mine. You got to do your work. And a lot of times we don't realize what our work is because our ego has gotten in the way with the things that we're receiving from life, whether it be money or relationships or family or, just shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm acquiring stuff because I have money. So now my ego is involved. And now I'm like, well, I got to maintain or sustain this quality of life. I've got to maintain this type of personality now because of the money that I make or the things that I've acquired or the associations that I have, because that's a big thing. But the reason I'm saying all of this is because you get to a point where you believe a thing and the belief in it is enough. And that is not always the case. Although you may feel as if I've gotten to a point where I'm comfortable knowing what I know because I can control this, I can manage this, you know what I'm saying? I'm not scared, I'm not feeling bad about questioning, I'm comfortable in this space. That's where you are. So you're like, I'm good right here because I don't want to be scared. I don't want to not know, but I don't want to feel like I do know and then be wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you are.
I feel like I know enough to know.
That's what I'm saying. You feel like you know enough to know that you don't know. Because to think that you know everything, that's definitely false. I agree with you. You're never gonna know everything, all right? But I don't need to know everything. I just need to know how one thing works. That's why I say you gotta trick yourself into thinking you already have what it is that you want. Because if you can set it up in your mind is God. That's God. So that's my only search. And I know that the search that I'm looking for is within. It's not an external. I'm not going to the Himalayan mountains and about to go hiking shit to get as high as I can on the planet so I can be as close as I can to God. It's not about that. The search is within. You got to turn inside. And so the things that you are challenged with on a day-to-day basis, these are the things that are being presented to you as opportunities.
It's funny, man, because as humans, like we grow externally. Like we start from a baby, and we grow and we get bigger and we bigger and we bigger and we bigger. But a lot of times the man or the woman that's within us stays this big.
So think about this.
We don't challenge that person that's within us to grow bigger than our external selves.
Right.
And that is the one that should be the biggest.
And have you met people like that where
yes,
they're a grown person,
child,
but they have a adolescent mentality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They just haven't been through enough experiences to challenge the growth in them.
That bigger than life shit.
Right. And so this happens to all people. But just like you said, some people are swimmers, some people aren't. Some people like to wade in the water in the shallow area, and they want to be able to see their feet. You know what I'm saying? Because that gives them comfort. I don't need that. So therefore I'm okay with going a little deeper. I'm cool with that because that's the person that I am. That's the person that I've grown to be is someone that allows myself to put myself in a position to get experience, whether it be through doing something the wrong way or doing something the right way. I'm trying to gain experience. And that's really what life is about. The more experiences you have, the better you'll be able to navigate out here.
The best sailors, nigga, are born in the roughest seas.
That's it. You can't be a good sailor in a calm sea. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn how to deal with the waves and deal with the currents, you know? So there's a point in everybody's life where they get to that point where you are, where you say, okay, you know what? I'm good where I'm at, man. I think I figured enough out at this point in my life to say, let me just operate with what I'm working with right now. Because if I know how to control this doesn't make me feel no certain kind of way. And in this zone right here, I'm the king of what's my situation. I can handle my situation. There might be some uncertainties, but that's always gonna be the case. So you know you're not gonna ever get rid of uncertainty.
Ain't nothing forever. Nothing forever. It's just now. You know what I mean? And enjoying the now and trying to be happy with, trying to find things to be happy about. There's so much to be sad about, so much to be down about, so much bullshit going on. But to be able to continuously be a detective, to continuously look for the happy things.
So it's a double-edged sword when you're talking about happiness, because the more you know,
the depressed it make you be.
And like I said, it's a double-edged sword. Because the more you know, the harder it is to deal with sometimes. But sometimes the more you know, the easier it is to deal with. Depends on the situation.
Sometimes the less you know, the easier it is to deal with.
Sometimes. So
like as a salesperson, don't know it's rate and it's buy rate,
right.
It's this and it's that, it's LP and
it's a double-edged sword, man.
All he know he sold a car.
So my point being is that whether you decide to know or not to know, you're about to have an experience.